So you're looking to come to San Diego, we're trying to figure out a way that you can live here while owning your own home and lowering your monthly expenses for a mortgage or for rent. Well, I might have a solution for you. It's called house hacking. If you're okay with sacrificing a little bit of privacy, then this might be the best option for you. I'm gonna get after this and much more right now. Hey, my name is Emery Jensen from the Living in or Moving to San Diego channel, where we talk about everything it's like to live here in America's finest city, San Diego. If you've not yet done so already, please subscribe, like the video, and tap that bell. That way you're the first to know when I put out new content every single week. Honestly, people just like you all the time reaching out to me through call, text, email, when they're making a move here or relocating in the San Diego area. If that's you, feel free to give me a reach out. Days, nights, or weekends, I'll be available. When you're moving to San Diego, we got your back. So you're probably wondering, Emery, what exactly is house hacking? And what it is, it's nothing new. It's been around for quite some time, but the term house hacking has been just a newer term for the strategy. And what you do with this strategy is you purchase a property, a home, condo, some oversized property that you're not going to use the entire space, whether it's land or room or multiple units, and you rent out the area that you're not going to use to people to help you offset your monthly mortgage, your costs, and potentially, depending on your strategy, live for free or at least lower your expenses. So what are the ways that you can house hack? There's quite a few ways you can do it. I've done it myself actually before, and I'm planning to do it in the future until I have some kind of a bigger family where I can't really sacrifice some privacy. But even with the family, you still have the ability to do this as long as you're willing to get a little bit creative. So first way that you can do, first little example I guess I can tell you is to buy an oversized condo or townhome. And that's probably gonna be the cheapest way that you can do it, house hack. Obviously not everyone can buy, like myself. I couldn't go out and buy a giant home with a yard and a pool or multiple units when I first bought my very first property here in San Diego. So what I did instead was I ended up buying a oversized condo. I'm a single guy. I mean, I have a fiance. But I bought a 3-bedroom condo back in 2021, and what we did, me and my fiance, we rented out the extra bedrooms, and it brought me in about $1,800 per month. My mortgage is just about double that, just underneath double that amount, and so it greatly reduced my living expenses. You probably couldn't go out and find a condo or a house for rent at that price even, you know? So it was hugely beneficial for myself as well as my roommates. They were saving money on renting somewhere else, and they were happy. We shared the whole place, besides the rooms obviously, and it's just a win-win situation for everyone. So that's one way you can do it. Getting an oversized condo or townhome, which would be the cheapest option probably. Now the second way you can do it is getting if you can afford it, is a single family home, right? Which you can do a multitude of the different things or a combination of things as well. Like I did with my condo, rent out the extra spaces in the bedrooms to see you get a 4 or 5 bedroom home even. The more bedrooms you have, the more potential for income that you can have to offset your expenses. Now, if you have 5 bedrooms, you live in one of those bedrooms, rent out the 4 bedrooms each for about $900,000 depending on the location and how nice the property is. That's potentially $4,000 a month that you can put towards your monthly mortgage, other bills, or even save up for your next property. In addition to using those extra rooms in a single family home, if you have a garage, you have the potential to convert your garage into another unit, like an ADU or a studio. And if you have a bigger backyard, you can even use that yard as space to build another freestanding structure in addition to your garage conversion. So right there, you can potentially have 3 units on one single family home that you can use to increase your income and reduce your monthly expenses, all the while building wealth for you and your future and your family's future. Pretty cool options there. What I've seen in the past as well is people that get a single family home and maybe they don't want to sacrifice their privacy inside the walls. Let's say they have a family or some kids, you know, they get a house with a very nice backyard. Maybe it has a pool, it's very appealing, maybe has some nice views, or next to the beach, something like that. Maybe you can rent out your backyard to people that want to have host events at your area, like do barbecues back there, maybe wedding receptions, depending how nice it is, just for the day, for the pool, something like that. And I've seen friends of mine not so much own properties like that, but they have rented out properties like that, and the owners they did a great job. They make a decent amount of income, because if you think about it, if you're hosting a big party, 20-30 people, charge maybe $600-700 per weekend, depending on what you kind of provide. If you do have games, pool, whatever it is, it might be. Potentially, if you're booked out every single weekend for the month, 4 weekends a month, that's $2,400 right there that you can save or put to something else, make it better, So that's an option as well. Next option is going to be your multifamily option. So with FHA and VA options, and conventional as well, but conventional require a little bit higher of a down payment. But the VA, 0% down, FHA loan is 3.5% down. Both those loans you can use to purchase up to a 4-unit property. So with this, you can be creative as well, right? So let's say you get a 4-unit property, you live in 1 unit. Let's say it's the 3-bedroom unit per unit. So 3 bedrooms in each of the 4 units, right? Let's say you rent out 2 extra bedrooms that you're living in, and then you rent out the other 3 units as well. That could be potentially a ton of income. That's like mastering the house hack right there. And if you have garages for those properties, you could even convert those garages as well into additional units. Might not be in your best interest depending on parking and stuff like that, but that's a whole nother story. But you have a lot of options when it comes to house hacking. If you have low or no money to provide for housing, one of the best things that you can do, maybe if it works for you and your plans, is to house hack something like that. So I kind of touched on this topic a little bit in the last part of the video. How would you finance a house hack, right? So like I said, you can do VA, 0% down. You can buy up to 4 units with that loan product. FHA, you would do 3.5% down and buy up to 4 units as well. They're a bit more strict as far as what it would qualify you to get the FHA loan and 4 units, but it's also an option. Conventional, you'd need about 20-25% down to get up to a 4-unit property. So probably not the most economical for a lot of people. I know I could not afford something like that. Or if you want to just go single family home, you can do conventional 3% down, which is also a great option too. Those are kind of options right there. If you're not in your situation, obviously if you're a veteran, you're going to want to use a VA loan. It's the best loan product on the market that anyone can have. Obviously you have to have served though, or be currently serving in the military, and make sure you meet the requirements for that loan right there. All right, so I'm going to show you an example of a potential house hack here in San Diego that's on the market right now. Stay tuned. All right, so this is the example of a house hack that you can possibly do in San Diego County. For this example, we're going to be using this one duplex in Spring Valley. I actually showed this home to a client of mine. It has some pretty decent possibilities to it. So my client is a VA buyer. He's been putting 0% down on this, and I'll show you the numbers too after this, just so you can kind of see what it might look like and what the possibilities are for a property just like this one in Spring Valley. So as you can see here, we have a purchase price of around $850,000. Let's assume we're going to buy it for the list price, right? So we're not going to do anything like multiple offers, go above list price. We're going to assume we're going to buy it for $850,000. It's 2 units. They're both 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1 unit in the front, 1 unit in the back. So here's the numbers that I kind of ran on it for my client. And full disclosure, this is not my listing. Listed by Eric and his broker. You can probably find them on Zillow. It's not my listing though. Keep that in mind. So here's the calculations. Property price, $850,000, like we were talking about. Closing costs, about $13,000. This is not really relevant at all right here. Down payment with the VA loan, it's 0% down payment. And then the loan amount with the VA funding fee, which you would know about if you're a veteran, comes out to about total loan amount almost $70,000. The rate that we're looking at right now is typically, as of this recording, April 19th, is about 5.8%. And normal long term, 12 payments made a year. Insurance, this is probably a bit high, but it's estimated insurance and estimated taxes right here. So this is where we're gonna put in the rental income on this calculator. Unit 1, let's assume you're a single guy, single female, single girl, and you wanna rent out the 2 extra bedrooms that you have that you're not gonna use. Let's say we be conservative and rent it out for about $800 a month per room, which you could probably get around $900 to $1,000 on this property. But just to be conservative and show us the possibilities, let's do $800. Say it's some friends of yours, right? You want to be a little nice. $800 each comes out to $1,600 per month in Unit 1, where you'll be living as well. Unit 2 is totally vacant. You're gonna rent out for the maximum amount that you can, which would be about $3,500 if you're doing it for a long-term rental. If you're gonna be doing like an Airbnb kind of thing, you probably make around $4,000, maybe a bit more than that, but that comes with some extra steps and extra initial costs up front with buying furniture and stuff like that. So with these numbers, it brings your income to about $5,100 a month from the property itself. That's just above $60,000 a year. So income is $5,100 a month, and your monthly payment is about $6,200 a month. So without saving for, a rainy day, emergencies, stuff breaking, you'll have to pay about what is that, $1,100 per month for you owning a property. You're getting the loan payment taken down, getting the appreciation of the property that we experience here in San Diego, which I put 3%. Typically though, it's about 5 to 7%, even more sometimes, depending where you're at. But a lot of these benefits when it comes to house hacking. So you're only paying $1,100 a month. And then I recommend you do save some money for, like, say you don't have anyone renting there, some appliances break, the roof gets, beat up from something. You got, say you want to not manage it yourself, you pay a manager if you wanted to. That'll cost about $770 per month. So even with all those costs, all your monthly expenses from the loan, taxes, insurance, and all that stuff, you're still paying only just below $1,900 a month, and you're owning the property. So huge benefits to it, lots of upsides to it. For that property, you couldn't really expand on it too much, but there's still some things you can do to be a bit more creative and squeeze a little bit extra more income from those properties. Now, obviously, I don't really recommend being one of those landlords that just you're a bad manager, you charge insane prices. You always want to find a happy medium for everyone where you can make it mutually beneficial for you as the homeowner and your renters that you're helping out. So keep that in mind. Hope you guys enjoyed this example, and let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you would do this, if you would not do this, what you think about this whole strategy. Let me know. I'm curious to find out what you think. Alrighty, so that is house hacking here in San Diego. There's a lot of options that I probably didn't go over, and a lot of ways you can get creative with house hacking here in the area. There's a lot of desirable places here in San Diego. So if you want to maybe short-term rental part of your property, do like a furnished finder kind of thing for nurses that are looking to temporarily, be in a certain area while they're traveling for work, you can bring up some more income in that way as well. Or just run the typical traditional way, long-term rental with a client that's maybe furnishing the room, stuff like that. Could be a great option as well for more, I guess, security and less turnover could be an option too. Again, I hope this was helpful. If you have not yet done so already, please like and subscribe and tap that bell. That way you're the first to know when I put out new content every single week, all about living in America's finest city. Give me a call, text, or email whenever you think I'm going to move here to San Diego. It's a big place, lots of places you can go to, and we help out people all the time, just like you, when making a move here to San Diego. I'll see you soon.